Hey everyone, this is Ben from OTCAlpha.com, and I'm here back again today to teach you two more basic principles of the penny stock market. They are quotes and trades. At the end of the lesson, you're going to know how to understand and read a quote, including a live tour I'm going to take you through on TD Ameritrade. You'll also have a basic concept of how trades work, and we will discuss some important terminology. Let's get started with quotes first. So here's a famous picture of a ticker tape. You may have seen one of these before and not known what all these symbols, letters, and everything means. If that's you, you're in the right place. What are quotes? A quote is the real-time or the current price of a security during the day. As these buys and sells come in that traders are making, it updates and reflects the last trade made in the market. So a quote is a live action feed of the stock price. However, there is more to a quote than just the current price. A basic quote, or what we call a level 1 quote, for a specific stock provides its bid and ask price, price of the last trade, the percentage of the gains and losses for that day, and the total volume traded. There are 3 different levels of quotes, or tiers. Today we will be focusing only on level 1 quotes. Let's talk about how a quote is generated, or trades. So how is a stock price determined? Just like any market, a stock price is set by supply and demand, what traders are willing to pay. Most every stock has a bid and an ask. Now I say most because some penny stocks are priced so low they don't have a bid, but we'll get into that later. A bid equals what the market is willing to buy for, and an ask is what shareholders or the market are willing to sell for. The bid and ask are open market traders buying and selling the float, holders large and small. Let's dive deeper into understanding the bid and the ask. If you look to the left, you'll see the word bid circled, and this is what a normal bid will look like. Below that, you'll see a big arrow pointing to the price of 0.62, so 62 cents. Now, below that arrow, it says what the market is willing to pay. So the bid is what the market is willing to pay. Now, slightly to the right-hand side, there's a little X, and then after that, it says 7,100. And that represents the amount of shares the market wants. So, essentially, someone is bidding for the price of 62 cents, and they want 7,100 shares. Let's go to the ask side, on the right-hand side. You see the ask with the arrow pointing to 0.628. That's the minimum price the market is willing to sell for. And to the right of that, the amount of shares that they are selling. So that is the basic concept of the bid and the ask. It will show you what the market is willing to pay and what someone who has shares is willing to sell them for. Now follow me as we go to my live TD Ameritrade account so I can show you what it looks like when you're actually going to make a trade. Here we are on a TD Ameritrade account. This is my account that I don't really use anymore. And for the sake of this lesson, I put in ticker symbol REXX, which is Rex Energy Corp. Also note that this is post-market because I didn't make it in time. The market's actually closed. When the market is open, this price right here will keep changing with every trade that's made. But that's okay, we don't really need it for this lesson. On TD Ameritrade, this is your quote page. Now, here's the bid and the ask, which we were just talking about. The bid price for Rex is 0.67 cents. The ask is 0.76. Now, the price in between those two, 0.67 and 0.76, that would be the spread. So when you say a bid and ask, you say 0.67 buy, or the spread of 0.76. And here we have the bid and ask size. It says B/A right there. Someone is bidding, the market is bidding 300 shares. That's the 67 right here. And someone is selling 2,000 shares. That's the 76 right here. So that is the bid, which is what the market is willing to pay, the ask, what someone is selling, what the market is selling, and this is the bid and ask size. Now over here, it also gives you the day's high. So Rex hit 0.80 as the high today, and the day low was 0.69. And to the right of that it gives you the volume for the day, and this is in shares, not dollar volume. This is the share volume for the day, 2,107,147 shares. Now, TD Ameritrade also tells you if it's average, below average, or above average as far as the trading volume goes. Over here to the left, where I'm highlighting, that shows you and represents the percentage, the gains, or the losses for the day. Now you see that REX today was up 3.53%. And once again, this will all be updating live with every trade that's being made, which is pretty cool when market hours are open. So during the actual trading hours, all this information is going to be updating to keep current with what the market is doing. Now there's a lot of other stuff under here that doesn't really go with level 1 quotes. So we're going to not get into it today. We'll save that for a later video. So that is the essentials of level 1 quotes and how to read them. Let's go back and finish our lesson on the PowerPoint. Quickly, let's talk about buys versus sells. So every trade is essentially a buy and a sell. Just think about it. Someone is bidding, so they want shares, so they're buying. And even though someone is selling on the ask side, someone is still going to buy those shares. So every trade that is made is a buy and a sell. But for the sake of defining the action on a stock price, a trade at the bid is known in the industry as a sell, and a trade at the ask is known as a buy. Most trading platforms separate buys versus sells this way for the end of the day reports. So a lot of brokers have end of the day reports, and if you see a buys versus sells, that's going to be comparing how many people sold on the bid and how many people bought on the ask. That is the difference between buys and sells. So today's terms, what we learned, a quote is the current share price. The bid is what the market is willing to buy for, and the ask are what shareholders or the market is willing to sell for. The bid and the ask can also be known as the spread, the distance in between. And you should know ticker tape, which is just a feed of stock quotes. That's the basic idea of quotes and trades. Just a reminder, you can watch more free videos online at otcalpha.com. Hope you learned a lot today, and we'll see you next time.